Okay, Jensen, if you just keep on talking, this will all eventually make sense to people. Okay, hello and welcome. My name is Jensen Clifford, and I want to make the world a more beautiful place. I was just thinking about like what I have in order to make that happen. And I have time. I've decided to choose that time is a currency that I have now, and we've all been blessed with because of this fun pandemic that traps us inside of our house. I'm in Brooklyn, New York, where we've been here we're pushing day 90 or so. I'm here in this house with time as my only kind of thing, so I have to spend it wisely. It's my only currency, right? I have a fortune, and I still have to be wise with it. Mainly because we all have the exact same amount of time, and so ultimately isn't that what it can be compared to? Not what we do with our money, but what we do with our time. So in this time, I want to use to create. I just want to create, and I'm done not creating anything in my life and sitting around and kind of letting it passively go by. So because time is all I have, I'm actually starting unemployment here soon. I was on a small business loan for a bit. I worked for a company that got the PPP loan, which is very exciting because of our wizard, magical genius finance woman named Nikki, who is a goddess among women and is a genius, and I'm proud to know her. Because of her, our company got the PPP small business loan. Just praising her for a sec, as she should be. Also, I'm wearing glasses, which I typically don't do if you know me, because these are just blue blockers. So I started wearing glasses now around the house. So I'm trying to do my best to not have glare, but we'll see. Because I also want halfway decent lighting. Okay, every day I'm going to work from 10 to 5 with a 1 hour break. And in that time, I'm going to use to create a YouTube channel. So that way I can document creating my own business, and my business is going to be creating soaps. Now, because I only have time and I don't have any money that I'm making off of this right now, I can't give any money to anything revolved around anything around right now. It's really difficult for me to give any kind of money to any kind of movement or anything that I believe in. And I just want to let everybody know this is where I stand. You're investing time in me. I'm considering you shareholders in the company that is Jensen Clifford. Shareholders to know where I stand and where I donate my time and my money. Right now, want to give 10% of my time to the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm gonna sit right here. I grew up in a tradition where I gave 10% of all of my money to the church, to tithing, that then went to build buildings and to do service through the church and to do all the things. That was great. Wonderful. And the reason I like tithing, or the 10%, is because it helps me focus myself on like, hey, here's how much money you actually have. Like, you have enough, and you have so much you can actually give. And it helps weekly, like knowing how much money you have and what's coming in and in what ways and where from and where is it going out. So it kind of helps me in that way. And also it just, I can give 10% back from when I've been given so much in my life from so many people. The least I can do is give 10% of the money that comes into me to those organizations after tax. We're doing it off of net. Maybe one day we'll get to gross. Today is not that day, and that is okay. Because today I can give 10% of my time, right? I can give 10% of this video over to the Black Lives Matter movement, to people that or just to explain. Right now, today we're going to explain, and I'm going to link an amazing video down below from Bob the Drag Queen and Peppermint. It's all about why you should say Black Lives Matter. It's from a couple weeks ago. It's about an hour long. Put it on while you're doing the dishes, while you're making dinner, it is such a phenomenal conversation between two Black, excellent drag queens, drag performers, two phenomenal human beings that are talented, stunning, and will just say it. Why, Jensen, do you have to be the one that says this kind of stuff? Well, because I've had many a Black friend and other Black people in my life say, hey, white people, talk to each other. We're done talking to you. We tried to talk to you and y'all haven't listened. So maybe try talking to each other. So I'm going to be the guy to talk to you maybe about it. Maybe I can make you understand that people are saying, please stop killing us. Please stop killing us. That's all they're saying. That's what they're saying. And you're saying, well, so don't say that. Say, please stop. And then why you should listen to Jensen. You're all sitting there, well, why didn't you listen to this gay homosexual? Why? Because I maybe went to college with you. And this gay homosexual knows something, okay? All right? This gay homosexual was still the one who sat next to you in church. This gay homosexual was still the one that sat next to you in class and sang next to you in the choir. All right? This guy is still that same guy who grew up very white, very Mormon, and very privileged in Mesa. Not realizing, because it was just life to me, so therefore I didn't realize it was a privilege, right? And even then I recognized when other kids had far more privilege than I did. And I never thought I was good enough. It was weird. I was going through Facebook and someone was like, they brought it all the way down. They were like, something, 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 our local high school. And someone said, oh yeah, well that's because this other local high school thought they were better. Right? And then someone says, oh, what about this middle school that we went to? Oh yeah, this middle school was always better. Oh, what about this elementary school? Yeah, this elementary school always thought they were better than it. So do we just never think we were good enough? Like, I know this is a different tangent, but we're good enough. You went to a good enough school, right? I went to a good enough school. I learned how to read and write, okay? Jensen, I'm fine. You're fine. You're fine. All of this is going to say, why did I go on this tangent? I went on this tangent to make a point about how privilege exists and how we all have it in our own lives to our own degrees in our own ways. And our privilege is not being murdered on the regular by cops. Well, Jensen, if they don't want to be murdered, they should just go ahead and stop committing crimes. Okay, so the amount of white people crimes that happen where nobody gets murdered, a lot. A lot of white people crimes happen where nobody gets murdered. Okay? So maybe not jump to the last step. Maybe do the 17,000 steps that are in between shooting a person. That's what they're asking for. They always say no justice, no peace. You're right. If they have no justice, they will give you no peace. However, if you give them justice, they will give you peace. They're not asking for the end of the world. They're asking for a change of a world, for a new world that can be created. We can make decisions now that will affect the future, and the future can be in 2 days. The future can be in 20 years. Okay? And we can affect change now by what we're doing. That's what they're saying. And they're tired of being nice. So they have to pawn it off to the other nice people to do it. Because I'm not tired of being nice yet, okay? I can still be nice, and you guys can still listen to me. Because I can still gonna get shit done. And this is how I can give back. This is how I can give back. 10% of what I'm putting out there, I can give back. And I can focus energy on someone else. Find a black artist and support them. Support an amazing black artist. We all know one. Hell, if that just means listen to a Lizzo song, listen to a Lizzo song. Because damn it if she's an amazing. She's amazing. Lizzo is everything. Right? Find that black artist that when you listen to, you go, oh, that's right. I don't care if it's the Supremes. I don't care if it's Diana Ross. I don't care if it's Beyonce. I don't care if it's anybody. UB Blakely. I don't care. Hattie McDaniel. What? Celebrate a beautiful black artist today. And watch Bob and Peppermint. That can count as celebration. Will it count as celebration? But that's all I want. Okay? So listen to that nice gay guy who might remind you of your cousin, or who might remind you of your brother, or who might remind you of the small town dance teacher that your daughter seems to be obsessed with for some reason, and you have no idea why. But that's just because she recognizes that he's probably super fun and a blast to be around, because he realized that being an asshole just isn't for him. And people respond to that, okay? So just do something nice for somebody today. Just be nice. How about we not do intentional harm to others or ourselves? Today, can we do that? Can we not do any intentional harm to another living soul? Give it a try. Give it a try today for one day. Try not to do harm. Let's start there. We need to start with baby steps, apparently. That's one baby step. Let me know other baby steps you can take. Just let me know one, some good ideas. And for the next couple days, we'll talk about the baby steps that we can take to making the world a more beautiful place, both literally and figuratively. I love you all. That is all amazing. You guys know where I stand with that kind of fun stuff. The world is a beautiful place, and I want to keep it that way. I want to make the world an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful place. And for me, I find a lot of solace and a lot of calm, and I can unwind and I can meditate and I can kind of go through a bit of a physical ritual that is able to like release my brain into having good ideas in the shower when I'm soaping myself. And I know that seems kind of silly to be like, that's where your ritual is. But yeah, that's where kind of my ritual is. And a lot of people do, you know, they call it like good shower thoughts. It comes from just doing that ritual, doing something that you've done 1,000 times to where all of a sudden the good ideas can come to you. You know, because you kind of taking your body out of it. So that way your brain can just create, right? Your body's on autopilot and you realize that your brain isn't filled with storage, right? It's filled with a big empty space in order to create cool stuff. That's where you have your fun, weird, different ideas. I want to be part of that. I want to be in your shower. I want to shower with you. I want to have those good thoughts. I want to have that fun time. I want you to know where this soap came from, why it was built the way it was built, why it was made the way it was made, the soaps, the smells, the colors, everything that went into that soap. I want you to know that it started out as goo. It does. Soap starts out as goo. It's so gross. And then it eventually became, hold on, this is just, there we go. Then it eventually, through hard work, through emulsification, through getting it through some really tough times, it stiffens up and becomes something beautiful that can then clean the world and make us beautiful. It's then something that can make us beautiful. It's something that can bring us joy. It's something that can bring us good ideas that will change the world and make it better. Could you do this with any soap? Absolutely. Of course you can. But do you want to know the story of this soap? Do you want to know where this soap came from? Do you want to know this soap started out just as an idea in my head and now you're washing your body with it? That's cool. I think that's really awesome. So here's what I'm going to do. Every single day, I'm going to work from 10 to 5. I'm going to take a 1-hour break for lunch. I will create a business. And with that business, I will create soap. And I want to document all this by creating a YouTube channel. Oh my gosh. And I want this, share it, please. We'll need help with business stuff. I will need help with supplies. I might need help with room for stuff. I might need help with this, that, or the other. I have a lot of ideas. And so for the next couple weeks, I'm just kind of spitting all this out right now. I'm just kind of like throwing it all out there. So that way we can all, maybe this will all make sense eventually. But I want to have all these people in my life because I have so many amazing people that are so creative that I just want to collaborate with them. Create some of their amazing artworks but my version of it. What's a soap version of that? What's a soap version of my favorite drag queen's certain look? What's my soap version of one of my favorite Muppets using that color palette? Like, what does that bring? What kind of joy does that bring? And what kind of happy feelings does that do? So I have what I'm going to call my web of wonderful weirdos. That's what the WWW stands for the internet. So I'm only going to try to go on the internet if I am creating my business, my soap, or my YouTube channel, or if I'm reaching out to my web of wonderful weirdos. Gents, I'm making this promise to myself. This is why I'm making this video. So I can watch it again and be like, you're only going online for the following reasons, Jensen. To create your videos, to create soaps, to create your business, to reach out to your web of wonderful weirdos. End of list. Okay? Thank you. Now, I'll also be having days off. Time off, because I'm a business professional who respects myself. I'm gonna take a break in the middle of the day. I'm gonna work when I start work. I'm gonna be done by 5. I'm also gonna have vacations. And I'm also going to have weekends. And I'm going to choose my own work schedule because this is mine, this is what I'm creating. So right now, my main goal is to not be on unemployment. That's my main goal. So in order to not be on unemployment, I need shareholders to subscribe. I need y'all to subscribe, share the good word, have a fun time. I will post Monday through Friday. You will be here. Watch me make this soap. Watch me go from my apartment in Brooklyn to something really, really amazing. Okay? I'm terrified putting this out there. But for whatever reason, I feel this need and drive that says, shut up, Jensen, we're doing this. So, shut up, Jensen, we're doing this. Here we go. It's gonna be a great day. Let's get started.